I'm gonna go sit in between you ladies right here. Oh no, we don't got a seat right here.
Yeah,
there's a seat.
Oh yeah, we do now.
There's a seat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
okay.
this is the kickoff of the Texas 3 podcast. Can we get some cheers? Yeah.
Let's go.
Woo! Usually it'll be Jack Schutze actually announcing the show, but I just said, we're high enough as it is. I'm so excited. We're the warm-up act right now. Hell yeah, brother. Boots. 3, 2, 1.
Same.
Hey, that's
same. Drunk. Yup.
Honestly, your username is kind of
Drunk high.
like the strain that I smoked. I had that dang last night, man. Hell yeah. Had that dang.
Here, Drew, we're working backwards. All right, everybody, welcome to the episode, whatever the fuck the episode is, of the Texas 3 at the Unknown Theater.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my co-host, Jack Schutze, ladies and gentlemen.
Why is the fridge hovering? Why is the couches hovering? Is that normal?
We're on team high today, man.
Hell yeah, bro. I had that dang and everything started floating.
The real question is, why aren't you hovering? Why aren't you all hovering?
Yeah.
See, we should be. We should
Hell
be.
yeah, man. Speaking of which, we'll be at the, what's the smoking lounge here, Jack?
Jay's?
The Smoking Jays. We'll be at the Smoking Jays Lounge getting just as high as this desk right now, so that'll be fun. So just kick it with us after the show, man. Also, I am telling everybody to follow me on Instagram, DrewBlues1024, because I'm going to be making official merch for the Texas 3 podcast. So if you follow me, I will give you the very first sticker that we're ever going to do. All right, I'll personally send it to you by mail. I'll put y'all in the raffle. Everybody in the raffle. You're awesome, Miss Maverick. I'm excited,
he's an
man.
attention whore, so he loves them. He loves them follows and likes.
I like
yes, I do. Yeah, good shit. Everybody say good shit.
Good shit.
I love it, man.
Is this couch really high? Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, if you need to go to the next booth to get on our level, like we have a whole nother level, you can get on our level if you need to get on.
Yeah,
our
my
level,
neck is kind of hurting.
Yeah, for real, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Are you looking up?
My Zen.
Yeah, this is the top deck. We got the opera section. I love it. This is like Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, yeah. I think if I go to the up here, it won't be as much looking up.
Hell yeah!
Okay,
if you go to the theater section, I'm even higher. I'm just standing on my desk right now. If Conan did this shit,
Now I'm good.
everybody would go crazy. We doing good? We good? All right. Oh man, dude, how's everybody's week going? Is everybody having a good week so far? It's Wednesday, middle of the week. Are we good?
Dude.
Whopper Wednesday. Let's go. Whopper
How about you, Jack?
Wednesday.
What's
Let's go.
Oh, Whopper Wednesday, is that a thing? Is that a thing?
Yes, it is. $3
I'm going
Whoppers.
to Burger King.
$3
I'm going to Burger King
Whopper.
right after this damn show, bro. Let's do it. I'm going to get the Spider Burger, the Spider Whopper. Spider Whopper. It's a Spider
Oh,
Burger.
I hate that. I hate that with the red bun.
Is it good,
Yeah.
King Nothing? Come
I
on.
have no idea. I don't go
It tastes the same as a regular Whopper, but the bun is a little bit weird.
Dude, they put dyes and preservatives in that shit, dude. Like, what the hell? I don't think no person's supposed to be eating red, right? That's a thing.
No, red 5? No.
No, it's beet juice, dude. It's beet juice. I heard about this. It's beet juice.
It turns you.
Sturgis Sublime, you're fucking with me right now.
No, it's beet juice.
Is it
That's
by
what they
Dre?
tell you.
They use
red
beet
tell you.
juice
By
in the
Dre?
buns?
Yeah, that's how they
They
diet.
could be lying.
I wouldn't be
Holy
surprised.
shit.
I wouldn't be surprised. That seems like a dope way if they don't use red 5.
Are we
Bro,
really
don't
yeah.
tell me,
What's in
don't tell me
fast
that's
food?
beet juice, bro. Because I'll be like, dude, that counts as a vegetable, right? That counts as a vegetable.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, it's a plant-based burger, right?
That's how they get away with. You know the the little juices, the Apple and Eve ones.
Yeah.
That's how they do the same. That's how they say it's the fruitables, the juices. That's how they say there's fruit and vegetables.
I don't know what the hell fruitables are. What the hell is that, man?
It's a juice box for kids.
The fruitable.
I heard
Yeah.
that's Bud Light now. Fruitables.
Very fruity. Very fruity.
You beat me to it. I was gonna say that's my nickname at the gay club.
Oh shit, we just dissed that. There we
We targeted Bud Light in VR, bro.
Hell yeah.
Is that your avatar? Pride Month, motherfucker, right? Pride Month. Oh man, all right.
So just to let y'all know,
That got Kid Rock. That got Kid Rock.
we normally are the Texas 3. Tonight, it's Drew. He's number 1. I'm number 2. You are all the Texas 3rd. Tiger's got a sick kid at home. He's dealing with a sick kid. So we're doing some crowd. You are all the Texas 3 tonight. So we're glad you guys came to have fun. We're getting
real,
wild.
man.
We're actually, I say we're gonna get wild. We're just getting weird tonight. It's just gonna be a weird one.
We just said fruitables on the VR podcast. We're getting weird tonight, dude.
I think that's illegal in Texas to say fruitables.
No, definitely not in Texas. California, maybe.
Florida,
That's where all the fruits
Oh,
come
shit.
from. Literally. That wasn't a gay joke. That was like literally.
my neck.
That's where all the fruits come
Yeah,
from.
bro. They
No, I'm gonna
got
break
grapes
my
over
neck
there.
now.
Fucking
I gotta
watermelon.
get
What's
close.
up? Are we good?
I gotta
We
break
good,
my
Mac and
neck. I
Level?
gotta get closer.
Hey man, you can't have everything, bro. You can't have
You can
good
go up
hair
top
in
if
metaverse.
you want to go up the stairs. There's a side way to go upstairs.
Whoa, you can't say that. Check this hair.
I have a hat, bro. Like shit. And real.
Xanax, too.
Yeah.
Wait. Xanax is not a hairline, man. Like what the hell?
Hey, it can be. I don't know.
That doesn't even make sense. Come on with your jokes.
Hey, we're in
Xanax.
Texas, right? By the way.
Hey.
Where are y'all from, by the way? Are we Miss Maverick? You're from California or
Texas. Texas.
oh, where you
I'm
at?
in my Texas. I'm in between Houston and Galveston.
Oh shit.
so-
Okay.
Nice.
Just sweaty. So you're sweating right now, right?
Right.
It's hot as hell.
It is
hot as
Yeah.
hot as fuck.
It is 100 degrees in Texas today, just so y'all
Yeah.
know. Or
We had
40
like
degrees
record
Celsius
heat.
if you're on that
Florida-
side of the
Florida
fucking
was
Michigan right here. Michigan.
Boo.
Michigan.
snowing up there.
How's it in Michigan? Make
Nice and cool. Nice and cool, like 78
You
degrees
bastard.
today.
Yeah, fuck you.
yeah, go on with that shit, bro.
I'll give you one guess.
We're just gonna. The whole show is just gonna be weather talk. Where's your weather, Crow? What's
Jersey.
your
You say Jersey Sublime? You just gotta
70
cut
here
out, bro.
in
Like, what is
Pennsylvania.
70?
Pennsylvania. All right. Damn. Okay. You lucky bastard. You have the same temperature as my room right now. I hope you're happy, dude.
I am.
Like none of y'all have freaked out when the fan turns off, and it shows. It really does show in this goddamn room. All right.
You guys
what
in
temperature
Texas,
Yeah.
I go down
Yeah,
there
I have
twice
to
a
have the
year.
fan on.
It's hot.
I went down there
It
last
was
time I
hot
was
today
there.
in
2 days
Dallas,
ago.
though.
What temperature? What
It was
temperature?
like
or no,
muggy.
it rained and it dropped down to 74, and y'all fuckers came in with like puffy jackets and shit.
Yeah, we do. We don't like it below 75.
Dude, I hosted a show last week. It was 94 degrees. I hosted a show, and a dude showed up in
94
sweatpants.
degrees.
94.
94
Woo.
outside, and he showed up in sweatpants. You know LSH, right? You know
I do know LSH. Holy
Dude, he
shit,
fucking
dude.
murdered my show. But I was like, dude, you can wear shorts. There's this thing in comedy where you're not supposed to wear shorts on stage. If it's outdoors and it's 94 degrees, you're allowed to wear whatever the fuck you want. Like, there's no rules on that one.
Gotta ask Joe Rogan about that one.
fuck
I'm
no,
curious
dude.
about that one now.
Joe Rogan's too short to even wear shorts. His pants are shorts.
Bro, shut up, man. Joe Rogan's right over there, dog. Damn, he's looking at us.
Yeah, watch out.
Hey,
Joey Diaz and Joe Rogan.
he'll fucking leg kick you like a motherfucker. Oh shit.
For real, dude. Have you seen that dude actually like kick ass? Like he goes, I've kicked all the comedians' ass. I'm like, fuckers, they're comedians.
Dude,
They can't fight back.
Nah, though. He kicks it though. He kicks even the non-comedians, my boy. You already know.
Damn. It
He's
sounds like
good
you're a
at-
victim.
at
Are you
jujitsu.
okay, Machiavelli?
No, he's
You
good at
bro?
jujitsu. He's run championships.
That's
He's
why he
good
didn't
at
have any
jujitsu.
legs. Joe Rogan swept out his legs, bro.
But have you done DMT? Wait, that's
Oh,
what
we
you're
can't do DMT. We've done DMT on the show too. I was going to talk about Drew behind the scenes. Every one of our episodes ends up being about aliens and AI. We're gonna
Yes.
try our best to not talk about aliens or AI. It's gotta happen.
Dude, I
Man,
gotta talk
David
about
Grosh,
something,
man.
bro. I gotta talk
David
about it.
Grosh. It's all about David Grosh.
What about Las Vegas?
He's coming out and whistleblowing. He's whistleblowing
Okay,
on the government.
that
David
dude.
Grosh.
Las Vegas.
David
just
Grosh,
came out
Las
2 days
Vegas,
ago.
bro. I was just about to talk about Las fucking Vegas, man.
I watched so
Holy
many
shit.
things on that already. Oh man.
All right, Jersey Sublime, Jersey Sublime. What did you hear? And then we'll fill in the blanks for the audience, right? That'd be pretty cool. This is a audience free podcast. So go right ahead, bro.
All right. So apparently there was a craft that crashed in these people's backyard. These things apparently
In L.A., right? San Francisco.
Machiavelli.
No.
Machiavelli.
This was supposed to be in Las Vegas.
Las
In Vegas,
bro.
Vegas.
Yeah.
I know. And yep, Nellis Air Force Base is all on it.
So
Go
now these
Maca.
things start walking toward Area 51. Apparently, after long story short, and these a couple people actually spotted them in the road. It was including one guy. He actually scoped him out when he had his firearm, and he said they were kind of like glitching, like fourth dimension-y, like they're not from this dimension. So he said it looked like a lot like claymation, what we would perceive as claymation to him.
And then also,
what the fuck? I didn't hear about that.
I didn't hear that either.
Yeah,
just watched that video, I'll try to find the creator that I saved the video, and I
they said also that it was like a unworldly camouflage, that it was some sort of technology that they were camouflaged while looking in their backyard while they were seeing these people. These they said they were like 7 or 8, 9 feet tall.
So
Yeah,
they
I heard
mapped it out.
that like 9 feet.
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah, they mapped it out, and it's supposed to be.
I heard
that-
9 feet tall too.
Yeah, they
9
start, they
feet
actually
tall.
start
Okay, so
walking
right
toward
now
Area 51.
we have aliens landed in Vegas, made their way to Area 51, claymation looking, new world technology, where they couldn't see them, 8 foot tall, right? Okay, that's what we have so far. Now, have y'all seen the picture with the aliens through the fence?
No.
No.
So
What? Oh, what's going on with you now? Tell me
Aliens
about
through the
that
fence.
shit.
So I'm normally devil's advocate on this one, and I actually believe I have a cousin that's part of a group called CE5, and they believe that they can astral project and talk to aliens. So I've been down to this shit
Jesus
since
Christ.
the 90s, and I know you think I'm a
Okay,
skeptic.
it's like Joe Rogan. What Joe Rogan
All right.
talks
Hey,
about.
Maka.
No,
hey,
hey,
Maka,
honestly,
calm down, bro.
We gotta
I've
do
been on this shit
shrooms.
since the 90s, and they showed a picture of a fence where they landed in Vegas. As someone zoomed in, and between the boards, you can see like a little something looking through. And it was this guy's dick.
Oh
the
man,
whole
that was
time.
somebody's
No, I'm just
Thea,
kidding.
bro. Come on, man.
All right, real quick. Look, so if everyone's on TikTok, go look up the guy. His name, his @ is I'm alive and kicking. I'm alive and kicking. No shortcuts, no underscores, nothing. Look him up.
All
His
right.
top video right now has 319,000 views, and it was
Well,
just
my
posted-
biggest
Holy
issue.
shit,
no
dude.
one
Okay, so it's
got
going
these-
viral right now.
It was just posted 5 hours ago.
all this news.
Well, hold on, he did. The officer
ahead.
did say a shit ton of people saw the green light. I understand what
Yeah,
you're saying
yeah.
though, but it's just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
A shit
no,
ton
they
of
got
people
it on
saw that.
camera. Yeah, it blew up on camera. We already have it on camera. Yep, for sure.
Well, so
But
I
not
also
only
saw,
that,
I
but,
saw a shooting star. I saw a shooting star on my way home from a show on Monday. I saw
Not
a
only
green
that, but
star
government
before.
officials with unmarked plates in U.S. government plates are driving by his house in SUVs and scoping out his house.
Are
Apparently.
those on video?
No, but that's
Okay,
what he
okay. So
claims.
so calm down. Why is it not on video?
Supposedly they're
Because,
not
I
answering
mean-
the door for news reporters either.
So all this
Yeah,
shit's
it's
going
like a
on.
media
All this shit's
blackout.
going on. We got
Yeah.
aliens claymating through the fucking desert. Shit lands in someone's backyard.
Claymating.
As supposed SUVs with unmarked vehicles coming to the door.
Well, of
Everyone
course.
has a fucking
Now it's-
smart camera,
apparently, now
smartphone
it's-
with a camera
Yeah.
in their pocket.
Season 7.
Maybe there's some-
Well, hold on, but hold on. Who's going around though? What happened? What happened? Would you say?
Maybe they're just in
Who
awe,
said
and
what?
they're like the shock value, you know. When you see something
That's
like
true
that,
too,
and-
but at the same time, who's going around having a camera phone on them, right? Who's going to go around? Who's expecting that shit to happen, right? Who's
like
really
within
expecting that
seconds,
shit?
exactly. Like, and then you're like, oh, within seconds. I mean,
and the
it's just not
claymation
going to
thing-
happen. Like, well, you can see the government start by, oh, whip out your phone as fast as possible. See him. I don't think so. Maybe.
I have a cat, and it makes adorable faces, and I can catch that shit in about 1.4 seconds every fucking time. I'm not even lying. I'm gonna post one tomorrow of the most adorable cat I've ever seen in your fucking entire life.
I feel like that should happen. We should be quick draws when it comes to Bigfoot or shit, like something like just a quick nature, man. Because I want some kind of evidence, man. You're right. There has never been any solid fucking evidence, no solid shit. But that light that.
Hey, David Gross,
down to the earth,
he's solid evidence. He was the jet fighter.
Hey, Maka,
pilot
wait for me to
that
call on you,
followed
dude. You
Tic
can't,
Tac.
hey, Maka, you can't talk every fucking second. I know you really want to talk.
My bad.
Really
This might not be a good room for me. This might not be a good room for me because I overtalk.
You're right.
I got you, Maka.
Right.
I got you, man.
Very right.
I know
You're
you have a
very
lot
right.
to say, man. But just relax.
I should be one of the
recording
people.
right now.
There's 20 other people around here. See, we just got 2 people walk away. The point is,
I'll
we
walk
got
away.
all this shit going.
I'll walk away. It's cool. I'll walk away just so I don't ruin the rest of the. I don't want to ruin anybody's experience or anything.
You could just be quiet. It's not that tough, man. I mean, I'm not
It's
trying.
really hard, man. Really hard. I can't do it, bro. I don't have.
I saw the hair.
Maka. I'm sorry, Maka. We're trying to talk. We normally point at people. If I could flip you off, I would, but they don't give me the fucking option.
Hey,
like
man,
this.
hey, we do like different, opinions, man. But we got to call on you first. This is like an audience-based podcast. Want to hear what you got to say, but only one at a time because you could have an opinion. You got to have an opinion. You gonna have an opinion. I want to hear everything, honestly. But all right, for shit, what do we talk about now?
Oh, dude, so I brought this up to get away from aliens, and I walked half the room being a dick. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. Tonight's our fucking fun night. I'm drinking. I'm smoking. Alcohol drink and a weed drink, and I wanted to talk to you. Have you heard about the killer whales in the Mediterranean?
No, I haven't. But you were telling me something about in the lobby.
Any
but you
raise the
didn't finish,
hands?
so
Anyone
what
heard
happened?
about the killer whales in the Mediterranean?
No,
Okay.
never,
I'm surprised. I don't know if it's just whatever I follow some weird ass shit, but so we've all heard about the story of Moby Dick, where like it's a fictional story based on a true story where a whale came and sank a ship on purpose, right? Well, in the Mediterranean, there's been at least, I think they're up to like 15 reports where killer whales are targeting small sailing vessels. And they're not just trying to sink them, they're strategically doing it. They're disabling their rudder first, and then they're ramming the ship and trying to get it to sink. And the theory right now from the scientists is that one whale was hurt by a ship, and it's teaching the other whales how to disable ships. And that's as far as it's gone.
Whoa, dude. I mean, I did hear that whales are kind of smart, right? They're very intelligent, right? Like dolphins. Like I heard they're like fucking dolphins, man. That's crazy. So, what evidence are they supporting that they're doing calculated attacks? Because they're fucking big whales, bro.
Well, so there's multiple videos, and it usually starts with one like coming up, floating up, and it acknowledges that there's a vehicle in the area.
well,
And then 2 or 3 more will come up, and then one will break the rudder, which is like it's been established that there's some of their brains, like as far as like smart mammals, supposedly that's why that stupid book about fucking the aliens,
Right.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was saying like the dolphins are all fucking the aliens. Like they're so smart that they can feel and figure our shit out, and so they're theorizing that like one of them is teaching the others how to do this. And I don't think there's like an end game to it, because like I don't think the whales, they don't want to eat they're not like eating humans, but they know that there's something wrong with the boats and they're coming after them.
What the fuck, man? Y'all hear about this? No one's heard about this. How'd this news story pop up?
a lot of these whales, they get hit by fucking propellers from boats just flying by down the ocean, right?
True. That's true.
And they fucking they fuss up with their backs and everything, and their fins, and yeah. So it's like,
So you're saying they've been around that shit so much do they actually know what makes it go and what makes it tick, right?
Well, the thing is, like, if a whale is close to the top of the water, and there's a boat flying by at 60 miles an hour, and the props fucking rip their fucking bodies open and shit, like that,
It sounds like a crackhead telling me a story. It's
I was
very
gonna
nice.
say,
It's
Booth
nice.
too. Booth for two. You've been drinking, right? Honest question. Drinking, smoking. What you got? No judgment.
No judgments. I don't give a shit. Just,
No, they get.
He got mad.
I'm
at
just
him.
saying it took
They
20
get
minutes.
hit
No, I got you. No, I got you.
just
So
got back
yeah,
to
that could be true.
About the whale stuff. I got a couple things. I read that article. I read
Fuck
about
yeah,
that
John.
article too. So two things. One, it seems like they're being like evil, like they're trying to destroy these guys. But one aspect is, if they wanted to, they could tear those fucking boats in half with one bite or whatever. They could completely destroy them, but they don't. They just fuck with it. They disable it and fuck with it. But they could do worse. This is not them being evil. This is them being like a little
Playful.
evil, but they're like, there's something else going on. And one guy's theory, and this is like not everybody in his agreement, is that one killer whale got fucked with like
Yeah.
a propeller or some shit like that, and the rest, and then she's holding a vendetta and just like getting her crew to like fuck with boats because she's like, fuck boats, because of that one thing that happened.
Simon, you're a really smart person, and the reason I say that is because I said all of these things right before that. Thank you for joining in. I love that. I appreciate that. This guy's talking about-
Oh, no.
You scared him away,
I
damn it.
know he ran away.
That's the second person you got out of here.
For
Oh,
real.
fuck that, dude. We were
King
fucked.
Upton, don't leave.
See, the
Don't
fucked up
leave
part,
me.
Simon could do way worse to our fucking the propeller of our ship than those whales could fucking do. That's what it's
Like, don't piss off the man that has the God button to reset us, bro. Shut up, dude.
Sorry.
So,
He might make the furniture levitate.
could you imagine just? Oh man. So yeah, dude, that's crazy. I haven't heard about this news story. When did it come out?
It started to happen like a month ago, and I feel bad for bringing it up because I don't even have a hot take on it. I just thought it was fucking weird, and like Simon said, like all of us smart people here that pay attention to the whale news, what we know is they're fucking with them, and it's like, I guess he has a point. He said they would bite a boat in half. I don't think a killer whale could bite a boat in half, but I get what he's saying, that they could fucking they could smash it in the right places and sink it, but they're just kind of like fucking with it as like a vendetta. And I feel like
No.
as humans, we would probably do that. Well, I guess we did that in like Afghanistan. Like Afghanistan, there was people that didn't have, they couldn't fight tanks, so they built little bombs out of shit just to fuck with us. Like maybe there's little Afghani whales. I don't know.
Afghani whales. Listen, I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, we've been fucking with whales for a while. Like, all of this is supposedly suddenly happening. Like, if that's the case, like, we're fucked, dude. Like whales are gonna be coming on land. Have you ever seen that Simpsons episode where dolphins, like humans get replaced by dolphins? I feel like that's gonna happen with whales. Like, they're gonna replace us quick. Let's go relocate. We're gonna be Atlanteans. Either that or Aquaman is coming to get us. Like, that's my theory. Aquaman's pissed off. Atlanteans are coming back. That's how I feel. Which by the way, dude, I mean, with whales like that, has that suddenly? That's a good question. Has that suddenly been happening, or has that been happening for a while?
Well, so actually, I was listening to this book about so there's the book Moby Dick is based on stories of a real life captain that he was out in a new hunting ground, and he just spent the last like 3 months taking down a fuck ton of whales in a kind of a newish area. And then once they got out of the area, they were cruising and they saw a whale, and it swam towards the boat, and then it stopped, and then it like surfaced, which is kind of rare. Like whales do that occasionally, but not right at you. Normally they're kind of along the side of you.
Right.
It was like at a T-bone section. It surfaced, and then it rammed the boat like at half speed, and then it backed up and rammed the boat at full speed and disabled the boat. and they had a chance to harpoon it before it struck them, but they were all just kind of like, they were dumbstruck about like, what the fuck is this whale about to do? And it fucking sunk the boat. Like and that story is what Moby Dick was written about.
Fuck, dude.
But that was a
What do y'all
sperm
think
whale.
about
That
that?
wouldn't
Anybody
kill
have-
a whale.
Yeah, that was a sperm whale. Like, anybody have opinions about that? Do you think they're like coming back for revenge? What do you think, the crow?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we've been overfishing, so.
That's true too.
Oh, we're taking their food. That's smart, actually. Maybe they're doing it because we're taking all their food supply.
They're like, motherfucker.
Maybe
If
all
they
the
fuck-
whales are a bunch of stoners and they're sitting around going, let's go fuck with those guys. Come on, it'd be hilarious.
How many edibles do you need to feed a whale to get them high? That's the question.
Ooh, that's a good point. I guarantee you, whatever those whales are doing, they have more planning than we put into this show tonight.
I think whales had fingers and hands. They would throw all their fucking garbage onto our land. They would be making guns. They would be pulling triggers, and we needed to do one big porpoisidal dolphinale before they fucking evolve into that shit. They're mad.
American.
That's all I'm
Hey,
saying.
Simon, do you want to come join us? Actually,
Yeah, come here, bro. You're the third of our Texas
up here,
3
Simon.
podcasts,
You should
man.
get Doobie One on stage. Here's the man of the hour. It's his 40th birthday.
let's do. All right, let's do.
Oh shit, Doobie One, come on,
Doobie,
come on,
you got the
Doobie One
VIP access. All
stage.
right, we're gonna
Oh,
bring
I
up
got
Doobie
it.
One.
Yeah,
It is his
yeah.
40th birthday.
Why are
He
you
just did-
magical right now?
He
once he gets up
just
here,
did his 40th birthday show at the Unknown Theater right before this, and now he's had other stuff going on.
I'm
so,
gonna
like,
whisper this just to
Showing
you.
up, Doobie
I'm gonna whisper
One.
this just to you,
Hey.
Drew.
Should I just stay up
always
here
dressed
on
like
top of the
that.
couch?
Yeah, you're
Hey,
always
Doobie One.
It's my
fuck
40th birthday.
Hey, everybody, give it up for Doobie One's 40th birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
We're in the Unknown Theater, getting wild, getting weird.
Oh, I'm
We're gonna talk
excited, man.
I'm going behind fourth wall tonight. When Drew and I talked about the show, it was supposed to be about comedy, and it just turned about being about aliens and dumb fish at some point.
Dude,
We
that's
talked
my
about
favorite
some-
subject. That's my favorite subject, man. Because there's a lot, honestly, in Texas, there's a lot of legends that I want to cover with y'all. Because most of y'all don't know about Texas, right? Most of y'all don't. So the legends that we speak about, I know it's out of the other, like out of Texas itself, out of the country. Texas is a country, but I mean, like out of the country. Yeah, bro. So in the same time, I will talk about different myths and legends from Texas, so y'all guys can look it up, be interested in stuff like that. I'll keep coming up because I do want to cover either aliens or I want to cover aliens hidden in another Texas town or alien cemetery. That's my thing I want to cover next week.
Only aliens all the time.
All the fucking time, bro. We'll even cover the Louisiana, Texas Bigfoot, man. We call him the Booger Man.
We
And
do.
that-
We do have a mystery. Our governor has never walked because he's in a wheelchair. That's a mystery. That's just me. Y'all don't even know that shit. I know y'all are from Texas. Doobie, where are you from?
I'm from New York originally. Yeah, I lived in New York City for a long time. That area. Well, I was originally from Long Island. I lived in New York City for like 16 years, and now I live across the water in Jersey.
Like Seaford or South Side or what part of Long
like
Island?
Dix Hills, Melville, Huntington, right? If Long Island is a big island, I lived at the top of the big hill.
Oh,
shit, dude.
I don't know what that
Alright,
means.
man.
I pretended like I knew what that means, but I don't
No,
like
it's just it doesn't.
I don't know. It
matter,
sounds
man.
cool.
I don't know. It's all groovy.
Hell yeah, man. Where you at now? You still in New York kicking
No,
ass or
I
what?
live in Hoboken, New Jersey, actually, right on the other side of the river. So I'm like, they call it the sixth borough because it basically has as good a pizza and bagels as New York City, but it's a different state, you know?
I know a couple people from there that like to pretend they're from New York, and when you ask them from Texas, they're like, "Where are you from?" They're like, "I'm from New York," and they're like, "No, but really where?" And they're like, "New Jersey."
Yeah, you get that. You get that. Oh man.
Honestly, I need to go visit there, man. Like, how is it right now? Like in New Jersey, is it getting pretty hot, or is it just right there in the summer?
It's nice right now. It'll get hot as shit. I mean, at least there's no fucking giant fucking haze of smoke from Canada destroying us. That was crazy.
Oh my fucking god, dude!
Sorry,
Yeah,
Kid.
what?
Yeah. Sorry. This fucking Canuck over here. This guy over
Y'all should
Jesus.
fist fight.
I got the hat. got the hat now.
Oh my god, he's got the
honorary
hat.
now.
Oh my
So did
god.
it actually hurt to breathe? Like we just heard like fantasized. We heard like the most ridiculous news stories here. So it was real. Like,
It was
hurt?
stay inside. I was like, I'm the guy that goes outside in a hurricane just to experience it. And I was like, nah, I ain't going out there, dude. You know, like that was how bad it was. It was rough. I saw a meme that was like outside the pictures look like someone left spaghetti sauce in a Tupperware. You know, that's the color of the picture. That's what it looked like. And it really legit looked like that.
It's the lycopene.
Yeah.
Nice.
The
It's
damn
a lycopene, yeah. That's gross. It's
So
gross.
it's just like a normal day
Bro,
in
I
China,
looked
I
at-
guess.
It was a normal day in China, yeah.
West Coast guys.
Bro,
are
I looked
laughing
at that. I was
us
like, what is
because they do that every year.
California's weather doing here? Like, what?
Yeah, it was a little bit weird. It's definitely strange, sort of apocalyptic. I did like see it as it sort of descended. I watched some of the yellow color outside, but I didn't get out there when it was at its worst because you're just putting yourself into smoke. Like you shouldn't do that. That's stupid. Like unless I had a gas mask, I would go out. If I had a gas mask, I definitely would have gone out there. It would have been fun. Actually,
All the people I know that have gas masks in Texas have all turned them into bongs.
Yeah. You know what? Now that you mention it, I do have a gas mask bong. I just didn't think to use it at the time. Oh man,
Bastard.
unbelievable.
You didn't even share for anything, man. You'll be
I
the last
know.
survivor in the. He was walking around like Will Smith from I Am Legend.
Oh my god, it was
Dude,
wild.
I literally looked at that. I was like, dude, did somebody open a portal to California? Like, what the fuck's going on, bro?
It was weird. It was definitely weird. I mean, the only weirder thing is going out on like the middle of a Sunday afternoon during the pandemic when normally there's 1 million people and it's just a ghost town. That was weird too. Like go to the pier of Hoboken and just like screaming, "I'm the king of the world," and no one can hear you. And it's like normally there would be 1,000 people next to you. That was like 3 weeks into the pandemic. I did that. I did a full like Titanic, at the end of the pier just for funsies. It was
I'm
great.
king of the world. I'm king of New
Yeah.
York. I'm Christopher Walken, motherfucker. Yeah.
I did. I definitely during the pandemic checked off pissing in the Hudson off the list. That definitely happened at some point during the pandemic.
Scully would
you're
get
fucking
really upset
legend,
with
bro.
you. That's where he landed, bro. Respect.
This
Scully.
fuck Scully, dude. I got to piss, dude. I was wasted. There was nobody there. This was the middle of the pandemic. It was a fucking ghost town. It was amazing.
I wonder if people swim. I wonder if people swim in the Hudson. Do people still swim?
So
Oh,
it's-
absolutely, dude.
It's actually getting cleaner and cleaner. There was a time where it was really bad, but it's gotten so clean that whales have returned to the New York bays in that area.
Started
So
fucking
it's actually better than it used to be.
And then they tasted Doobie Wan's piss and they walk right the fuck back.
Yeah. Let me tell you, my
makes two
piss
of us.
test positive for marijuana. I can tell you that, okay?
No wonder the fucking whales are high. You bastard, bro.
Yeah, that's it, dude. Who needs edibles when you got Doobie Wan's piss in the Hudson? You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of marijuana, this guy next to me peer pressured me to smoke some pot last night after a mic we did together at a bar.
I really did, man.
I've been trying to be good, and he was like,
you got
I was like,
stoned.
smoke this. I'm like, no, I'm good. And he's like, you have to. And I was like, okay.
Okay, peer pressure's on. I told you like 2 times. I only told you once. Come on, bro.
I don't
All
even
right,
think
you
got
have
it.
a
I don't
point.
even
That's
think you got
okay.
the full sentence out. You're just like, hey, you have. I was like, okay, cool. Let's do this.
He was like, I was like, hey, do you want to get high? You know what? I know your point of view now. Let me hit that shit. I got you.
Hell yeah.
Very, very convincing argument.
Oh man,
Dude.
I got my little bubbler right here. I smoke that shit up right now, dude. Oh my
Oh,
god.
dude, you celebrating 40 in style, my dude.
Yeah,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What did you do for your 40th?
This is it. This is what I'm doing. No, actually, this is my VR celebration. My true 40th birthday. I'm doing my show, my 40th birthday show next Tuesday is when I actually turn 40 officially. So I'm doing that whole one-man show in real life, IRL, which is going to be dope. I got one of the most awesome comics of all time, James Mattern, to host the show. And he's an amazing dude. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. He's a Comedy Cellar regular, tours the world. Super awesome dude. So we're doing that. And then we're going to Katz's Deli. And I'm getting a Reuben omelet, bitches. That's hell yeah. That's what I'm doing, dude. Get a Reuben omelet. You know what? I emailed them. No one's ever gotten it. She's never heard of it. So I'm telling you, I invented it. If Katz's Deli's never served a Reuben omelet, I invented that shit 15 years ago. I'm claiming it. Fucking
What the
trademark.
fuck is a
Corey
Reuben
J.
omelet?
Feldman.
What is that? What's a Reuben omelet?
Okay, you know a Reuben sandwich, pastrami or corned beef. I prefer pastrami. Sauerkraut, Swiss cheese. You got the Thousand Island dressing and the rye toast in an omelet form. Okay, you put the Thousand Island on the side.
They cut up the toast a little bit.
Usually it's diagonally cut, possibly with butter on it. Hell yeah,
Bro.
You're so fucking high.
Dude, that sounds amazing. I want a Reuben omelet now.
It's fucking amazing, dude. It's a secret menu item at most good New York style diners, dude. You could get. I went to 3 different diners and I found the old waiter or the old waitress there, and I was like, "Has anyone ever ordered a Reuben omelet?" And they were like, "No one's ever put sauerkraut in an omelet." And I was like, "It's me, dude. It's me. Fucking, I'm doing it." So that's what I'm doing for my 40th. I'm
Holy
Reuben
shit.
omelet. Hell yeah,
bro! Give it up for fucking Doobie Wan for the Reuben omelet, ladies and gentlemen. I want a Reuben omelet, dude.
It's delicious.
Hell yeah!
Does that like
man.
default make you an honorary
That sounds
Jew,
fucking
or
amazing.
how does that work?
Well, I'm half Jewish, so it doesn't matter.
Oh fuck! You say you're already Jewish? That's nice.
I'm a halfie. Yeah. Dad's family was Orthodox, and my mom raised us like Baptist Christian, which is very confusing, by the way.
So you stick like half in a menorah to your Christmas tree? I don't know how that works.
Actually,
One's
usually
menorah,
when we were kids, usually like we'd get like one Hanukkah present, and it was like a warm up for Christmas. You could tell how good Christmas was going to be based on the one Hanukkah gift. If the Hanukkah gift was like, you know, like 3 colored pencils, it was like, fuck, Christmas is going to be shit. But if it was like, you know, a Lego set, it's like, oh, fuck, man, I'm going to be getting a bike for Christmas, dude, you know?
Fuck yeah. Well, so you just, how much time are you going to do?
On stage next week, I'm
just did
about an hour and 10 minutes.
Holy shit. Okay, Drew, what's the longest you've done?
Shit, the longest I've done was 45 minutes.
No, so the show we did together, you did more than 45 fucking minutes.
Oh, I did an hour. Did I do an hour? No, I did 45.
You did it. You must have done an hour.
No, that show I featured for no. Oh yeah, I did. Was it an hour?
Yeah,
Holy
because
fuck.
I did 10. I did 10. Tiger did like
This is
maybe
a
15.
Bunch of
And it
old
was like
comics doing math and just talking like, what the fuck, dude? No, dude. You did like 53 minutes, but like there was some like warm up. All right, there was like it was like
questions.
Was
about
that
it, 'cause
before or
I'm curious,
after
'cause
shuffleboard? Was that?
I'm curious because I have what I think is like I undersell myself. And so like I'm telling people like I got 12 to 15 minutes, but then I had to stretch the other day and I fucking did like 20 to 25 and I was like, why am I telling people I have fucking 15 minutes? I just need to commit. That was going to be my question, is because like initially when we started this podcast, we started talking about comedy. We ended the show and people were like, we want to hear more about what it's like to build up to this shit, because you didn't just build up to that much time, you know, like it like
I mean, dude, it was VR, dude. VR is the reason that I was able to do that. I scored like a hosting gig at the Raw Dog with our buddy Joshua Crawley, and he gave me a Friday night, and I was just, there was not a lot of comics, but a lot of people like you guys out there just hanging out on a Friday night from 9 to like midnight. And like, really, it was like supposed to be from 9 to 10, but everybody just kept hanging out. It just kept, people just kept piling in, and there wasn't a lot of comics. So I was just on stage. The other thing is like, I cheated a little bit because I wrote it all out and I was reading it under my VR glasses for a lot of the things.
secret. That's the secret to VR comedy that I love, is I get to try out bits that it's like, I couldn't remember this 5-6 minute bit. But I'm in VR, so you do the little nose. I think they call
the
it
little nose
looking,
thing. Yeah, the nose thing. Hell yeah.
Nose thing.
Nose
Drew,
thing.
You ever nose peek in VR?
You got a nose thing, dude.
Bro, no, I haven't. That sounds fucking awesome. Usually I do it for
myself. He was hosting when I first met him. He was hosting a show.
Nice. You got a little teleprompter, Simon. He's got a teleprompter.
Bet your fucking ass.
Oh my god. Well, we can't see it because we're floating 4 feet above the stage. It just looks like fucking Sanskrit from here. But yeah,
Simon's the best. We love Simon. Simon's awesome. Unknown Theater's so great.
Drew has a
Also,
Magnum
Rodney's-
dong. That's what it says right there.
Yeah,
Like,
Rodney
Long live
gives
the
good
Queen, go
head.
Canada.
Allegedly.
What?
Texas bang 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 pow pow shoot shoot shoot.
Oh,
Your
that's
jokes are
mine,
on here,
dang,
bro.
That's mine right there.
Yeah.
Bang bang shoot shoot, bro. So
man.
last night, Drew and I did a mic together, and I'm new to the San Antonio scene, and I've struggled because in Austin and San Marcos, I do pretty good. In San Antonio, I fucking bomb. You saw me bomb so fucking hard at Upstage. I performed to silence about 3 weeks ago, and it's crazy because I host shows. Like I'm super used to like bringing cold crowds in. I go up there and do my thing, and it was just like,
Yep.
What happened, dude? What do you think happened? What like everybody?
so there's
I'm assuming
multiple
everybody's
theories on
self-aware.
mics. Number one theory on mics. Most comics
never
have
blame
heard
the
so
audience.
much comedy that they're hard to make laugh because they understand what you're doing, right? They get what you're doing. So it's really hard to catch a comic off guard and for them to be totally shocked by it.
Right.
Second theory, I've noticed when you go into new areas where nobody knows you, they don't want you to do good. And it's not like a malicious thing, but there's
Yeah.
just like, I'm not part of the crew. I'm not part of your friends. And the reason I know this for sure is because I see comics in friendly rooms where a comic that I know has heard this joke a million times will laugh at their friend's joke. And I'm like,
Right.
ain't no way you're laughing that hard at some shit that you've heard like 5 times. So I think part of it is just no one knows me in that scene. You know, have you gone to a new scene and done shit that you know does well and just like, no, you don't get the response you want?
Austin. I believe Austin.
Exactly, because no one knows you in Austin. That's the
Nobody
whole
knows
thing.
me in
Like,
Austin. But to be fair, in Austin, it's a little bit because I didn't think how dirty it was gonna be. I was kind of like innocent. I was trying to do like friendly material because I,
I mean,
didn't
there
know
are
the
a
city
lot
of
of homeless
Austin.
people there, but what else?
Yeah, but then now, like I just go, I talk about fucking like having sex in the car and I'll fucking kill. Like what the fuck, dude?
Oh, so like
Like-
when I did my set last night and you're like, you went dark, dark, dark. I'm like, to me, that's just middle. To me, none of that was like particularly dark or dirty what I did. But in San
Right.
Antonio, that doesn't, people don't, I call it cringe comedy. People don't really like hammer on cringe comedy there unless they're known or.
Well, you know what it is? I think like if you just talk to like it was a bar crowd. So if you just talk to the fucking audience, man, just like play around with the room a little bit, then they'll like respond to you. Then you could do the dark material and shit like that. That's just what it is an elbow room because like the audience is chilling. Like they love you. They love for you to play around just because for one, it silences the damn room.
Yeah.
And
is
for
literally-
two,
was
it kind of
literally-
brings them in a little
I
bit
was
more.
shocked how quiet it was. Have you done bar shows before?
I've done like 3 bar shows and like 10 or 15 open mics in real life.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's not true. In the last year, that's what I've done, and I did stand up 3 individual times over the last 10 years before that. But
But as
That
far
was,
as
like,
as the
random,
bar
yeah.
show, so normally when I do a bar show, normally there's the comics there, and then there's a bunch of people that do not give a fuck about you. This was a unique bar show, and that all the bar patrons shut the fuck up and paid attention, which never happened. I was very shocked. Like I was waiting for them to yell out or ignore me, and they were all
Yeah.
like 100% attention. And I did okay. I didn't do great. I could see little pockets of laughter. I didn't kill,
Yeah.
but I was like, oh, okay, this is actually one of the better bar shows I've done.
I've seen bar shows go horribly wrong though. Like I
Normally they
did
do.
one of like the 3 bar shows that I did was like it was in Hoboken, and like that night a dart league showed up and started drinking pitchers of beer.
Wait,
and it
what
was
is
like
that? What is that? What is that? What did you
Dart,
just say?
dart league.
Oh,
dart league,
I,
like
I
playing
heard
darts.
something very racist. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Wow, Schutze, come on, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. They were throwing darts at a wall and they were being very loud and ridiculous and drinking pitchers of beer while someone like 10 feet away was trying to do stand-up comedy. I've also seen like the worst heckler I've ever seen in real life, absolutely wasted at a bar show. Like, and it was painful to watch for 2 or 3 of the comedians, and one of the comedians destroyed this girl, and it was hilarious.
Did he or she win over the crowd after that? Like after the destroy, like the crowd work, and he just. he or
Oh
she
yeah, I
destroyed
mean,
him?
She's great. She was great. What was her name? Her name's Kristen Dietz. She was phenomenal that night. It was really good. Really funny show. She's really funny.
So I got booked on this one bar show, and I was actually booked, but it was at a bar where like no one expected there to be comedy. And the guy before me talked shit to a drunk guy, but the guy was so drunk he couldn't differentiate that the comic switched. So I got up and I started doing my act, and he goes, he stumbles up to the stage with a full drink in his hand, and he's like, "Hey man, here's that drink you said you wanted," like very aggro and like weird. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and he was trying to like forcibly give me a drink. And I was really new at comedy at this point, and I didn't know what the fuck to do. Dude, and I just ate such a bag of dicks. It was one of those times where I was literally like looking for the host, like, where's the light? Where's the light? I know the light's somewhere around here. Oh, it hurt me so hard.
Schutze was like, "Oh no, a free drink! Oh no!"
The irony is, I wanted the drink. I didn't know enough to go with it. Have you done a bar show before?
I have done a bar show several, bro. And usually I'm a loud motherfucker, so they automatically shut the fuck up. But I will say this, I have incurred a heckler or two, man. But I don't really like to, I don't know. I really don't like to talk shit to a heckler. I kind of like to kill him with kindness a little bit. Up to the point where a motherfucker buys me a drink or a shot, dude. That's the end goal for that one. Now, usually it can go horribly wrong, but that's why I want like the experience to go. And usually I have never had like a mean heckler, thank God. But a couple of hecklers, I kind of had to shut the fuck up, man. It sucks.
I've only had to deal with hecklers in the VR, thankfully, and we have the ability to shoot them here, so that's nice.
They still come though. We've had some kids.
Give me a gun.
I'm of the same opinion as you though. When I get a heckler, I try and go bigger and louder instead of like, I will casually address them, but I'm not a fan of being like, "Hey, shut the fuck!" Like when people yell "shut the fuck up" out at someone, it's so risky. It's so risky, and especially at a bar show. Very risky. Like, you can lose the whole crowd. I did it earlier. I know I did that earlier, but that guy wouldn't shut the fuck up. I never fucking do that.
And we could shoot him if we wanted to.
Yeah. I did.
Do not underestimate the power of shooting. Excal Bill Burr, dude, is no joke, man. He will fuck you up, okay?
Yeah, you don't have to talk about a bunch of Texans about the power of shooting.
I know, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
Simon just brought this up a couple of weeks ago, but Bill Burr in Philadelphia. Simon brought this up a couple of weeks ago. Bill Burr in Philadelphia.
I sent that to the group on Discord as a.
Oh yeah, like he won over the crowd by shitting on them. Yeah. I mean, Philadelphia, dude, that was great, though. That was a masterpiece of fucking turning a crowd by shitting on them. Like,
he became a legend after that, bro. He became automatic.
What a lot of people don't know about Bill Burr is he was filming specials 20 years ago. So a lot of people just thought he hit the scene like 5-10 years ago. That motherfucker's been doing comedy so long and dealt with so many. And he also started in a lot of black rooms where like people didn't want to like him. And he had to figure out a fucking way to win people over. So people see that video and they're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" He's probably done that 20 times, but not on camera. That was probably the first time it got caught on camera. But Bill Burr he's a fucking master guy. I will say I saw him in San Antonio. It was about 9 months ago, and it was the last stop of a very short tour. Like, wasn't a big, I'm going to do this tour and then I'm going to release an album. He was doing this. It was called like the Just for Now tour or like some ridiculous thing. We're the last stop, and he's like, "I'm super sick and I'm on cough medicine. If I had to put money on it, he had COVID." And I saw the motherfucker struggle in an entire stadium, and it was odd to fucking see one of your heroes struggle. But if he'd been in that,
hold on, was it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Was it bald burr or like hair bore?
No, this was hair burr. This was 9 months ago. I'll paraphrase a joke that he did. That shut the like. I've never seen a stadium go quiet, and this is the joke. This is like not exactly Bill Burr's version of it, but he basically goes, "Women are learning all these like new like how to physically develop. So they're like taking bicycling classes and they're taking yoga classes." And he goes like, "They should be taking like Taekwondo, because like if they're taking a biking class and then they get sexually assaulted, whose fault is it? It was like, whoa, wait, what the fuck did he just?
Yeah.
It was like I understand what he was trying to say, but I was like, this is what a world class comic that's high on fucking Robitussin and COVID right now, just trying to fucking throw shit out there. Really?
That's fucking
It's a little ridiculous.
dude. That's fucking legend.
Yeah, I mean, pushing the
I-
limits, man. Yeah.
See, that's what I like. See, I respect people that do it, man. Personally, I try, right? I think it's all about delivery. If you shut the fuck up, right? It's all about the delivery. Like, okay, perfect example. If Doobie won, just say shut the fuck up. Just say it.
Shut the fuck up.
See, that's a very nice tone.
I was very medium. It was
Let's
very
say
medium.
it,
It wasn't
Shoots, say
too,
that.
wasn't too jolly. What? Oh. Shut the fuck up. There's too much. Too aggro.
You're mad.
See, your voice is too deep to tell people to shut the fuck up. You scared me, man. Like I got scared when you told that guy to shut the fuck up. Like,
You do.
like
Your
I
turn,
was getting
your
in
turn.
trouble.
Your turn.
Hey, shut the fuck up. See, it's like
You just sound like a character in, like fucking Tombstone or some shit.
Oh my god.
So he really just okay, first of all, he really dresses like this. Last night he was wearing a fucking green vest. Hey, do you really dress like this?
No, I don't. I mean, I am colorful, but this is like the most. I mean, there is one like tie dye sort of thing in the Avatar store that I was like, maybe I'll get that because that does kind of vibe with me. But like being, the LGBTQ friendly Super Mario is kind of the greatest. It's kind of the best thing ever. Like. I mean, I'm an ally. I'm not gay. I have a wife, but I have lots of gay friends and lots of
So what you're
trans
saying
friends.
is you bought that at Target. That's what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
He just got married. He just got married. This
I
guy.
did. I just got married a month ago. Yep.
Is he happy?
Dude, there's a lot of good things going. It's your birthday and you got married. Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's
And his
literally
first comedy special.
Yeah, first guy. It was literally a month after the wedding. Yeah, that was a month after the wedding. It's kind of crazy.
Bro, tell me you married her at 420 because that'd be fucking dope. Did you marry her in 420? Because
I married her on 520. 520. It was close. That was 1 month off. She wouldn't do 420. But we had a video game themed wedding. It was really dope. Mario and Peach. I sang Peaches for her. It was great. I could do it.
Oh, that's fucking good,
I
man.
know you're talking like
Hey, we'll
Peaches
give
the
it up for
band
Doobie
Peaches,
One.
like fuck the pain away.
No. The number one song when the Mario movie came out. Peaches. Anybody?
Oh, we got Damien boy. Damien boy, you're wearing a rainbow. Are you part of the group?
Part of the group LGBTQ.
Just whatever you yeah.
I'm trans, so.
Oh, hey! So guy to girl, girl to guy,
girl to guy.
Nice.
Nice.
Have you had it chopped off yet?
No.
Oh my god. Are you planning to? Or?
I am planning to, but it's extremely expensive.
Absolutely. In the meantime, do you tuck or do you just go all natural and build it into place?
He stop, drops, and rolls. All right, motherfucker.
I think you got it backwards. I have chesticles, not testicles.
Oh man.
Oh, okay,
dude.
Oh, fuck, I did get it backwards, man. That's why I'm not good at this. That's why people wonder why I'm asking so many questions.
This way and this way. That's so
funny.
funny.
It could apply to girls too. You never know.
Oh my god.
Hey, so on duct tape? No duct tape. I'm fucking with you, David.
I love that Rodney keeps popping up in little corners. I see you, Rodney. I see you hiding around here. Oh, there he is. Vinny Voodoo. Give a hand for Vinny Voodoo. Don't you hide from us.
Vinny Voodoo. He's got it backwards again. It's Voodoo Vinny, bitch. Jesus, man, this is a dyslexic motherfucker over here.
Hey, leave my dyslexic friend alone.
Holy shit.
Vinny Voodoo.
That sounds like Shootsy Jack over here. What the fuck? Oh my god.
I identify as dyslexic, motherfucker. All right.
This
We got
said
blue
this-
Drew. We got blue Drews over here. Jesus Christ!
Who blew Drew?
God.
If you look at the recording, it is a little blue. It is a little blue.
Someone blew Drew. Not me, but someone did.
I did.
It's been a while.
God.
I'm getting blued right now. What do you think? So I keep moving, right? Shut up, bitch.
Hey, cousin Berto doesn't count, bro.
Bitch.
Yeah.
You leave my sister alone, motherfucker.
That was a deep cut.
I gotta say, statistically, someone in the audience that in some of these VR shows has gotten blown for sure during some of these shows that we've done here in VR. We've seen people having sex in the audience. It's crazy. You know, it's not unrealistic to think that Blue is getting Drew over here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's like if you go to the VR chat. So, okay, let me back up. I have not fully explored VR chat as much as I would like, but there are the Oculus Facebook groups, and there's enough people posting pictures of like people making it. Like, I explored that room. Do you guys know there's sex rooms in VR chat?
I'm not surprised.
Schutze, are you gonna blackmail somebody? Like, I saw you, Senator. You're a furry. I got you on camera, bitch.
Hey, maybe if I started blackmailing people, I might get booked in Austin. Who knows what happens?
Oh my God.
Hey,
All right.
I guarantee you, Joe Rogan's fucking an alien in one of those rooms.
I'm telling you, bro. No
Oh
wonder,
my God.
dude. Yeah, he probably has a blow up sex alien doll. I'm pretty sure, bro. Like, he's getting ready. Something's about to pop off, and he's gonna be the first to know.
Okay, so I was on a show earlier today, and this I've had two shows this week, one in real life and one in VR, like actual shows, right? And I've been told twice the most fucked up things by people after I performed. In real life, on Monday, I hosted a show, and I did 10 minutes up top, and then in the middle of the show, it's by a train track, so a train comes by, and I did another 5. I get off stage. At the end of the show, this guy comes up to me, and I was getting laughs with the fucking train. You've been at that show that has the train.
Yeah,
I was getting laughs, murdering on this train. This guy comes up to me, and he goes, "Man, you really did good tonight. I thought you were super funny. I mean, no one else around me was laughing, but I thought you were funny." What the fuck? So that was Monday, right?
Yeah.
I did a show in VR tonight in a very British pub in England. I was performing in England, international comic over here. Yeah. And I was doing, the guy before me did some very dry British humor, dry, clean, and then they ended on me, which, Drew, you know my jokes, and it was just like the whiplash was insane. And I get off the stage, whatever, and I'm in the back, and this girl comes up to me, and she goes, "You did so well. I was laughing so hard, but your jokes were so offensive, I muted myself because I didn't want anybody to think I was laughing at you." I had to share that. I know I just cut the whole show in half, whatever the fuck. I was just like, I've been like compliment insulted so hard in comedy.
Oh my
I had to share it with people that actually
Was
cared
this
about
a British girl?
She was English, but the rest of the crowd was British, and I could tell half of them were going along with me. I even changed the punchlines to like, I looked up British references to like make sure it all flowed. But like,
right.
I mean, I talk about school shootings, and I talk about America, and I talk about I talk about a bunch of shit that's dark, and I guess I've seen British comics do it, but I guess it's really not the norm. Like how cringe sometimes works here back.
Yeah,
it's the accent, bro. You need the accent to make the delivery work, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta sound like Peppa Pig when you're delivering a school shooter joke.
You should just do the whole joke in American accent, and then at the punchline, try to do a British accent and fail miserably. It would be hilarious.
I'm
that's school shooting.
A TikTok personality that is a somewhat effeminate Christian, y'all. You know, just having a good day. You know, hanging out with my girlfriend, making out real hard, holding hands and stuff. And I'm doing these videos from my car where I'm like a Southern Christian. And I don't know where it's gonna go, but follow me. It's driven by God, not driven by God. It's driven by God. Follow me on TikTok. That's my new TikTok.
He just gave y'all the elevator pitch. All right, this is for the new show that's coming out.
Oh my god.
Christian fam coming out now.
I have a comedy question for you guys, if I may. I don't want to interrupt your flow.
Go right ahead.
No, I interrupt this shit show.
So what? Totally not a segue from what you were just talking about before. But what are your thoughts on comics poaching, or do you ever feel? Have you ever been a part of or seen like a venue to venue poaching? Have you ever seen like a show to show poaching, or any been part of that? Or do you feel like where do you have you seen lines being crossed in like a
Yes, I have.
way?
I'm so glad you brought this up. This happened to me this year, man. Actually, so I just opened up this fucking venue, like this venue I was doing open mics at, and this sweet old lady, right, comes up to the venue. We know her, right? She's been out of the comedy game for a while. Sweet girl. It's in a town that nobody's ever done comedy at before, but she was a local, so I thought she was gonna come enjoy the show and shit like that. But then she ended up doing comedy shows at that same fucking venue.
Did she talk to you? Yeah. Did she talk to you at least, or she backstabbed?
Bro, she just fucking said, "Oh, I'm just gonna do another show on top of yours." I was like, "What the fuck, dude? Don't do that to me." Look, venues are sacred. Like, if you're gonna do a comedy show, why do a comedy show where you're doing a venue at? That's like me coming to Rough House. Listen, I know you're doing comedy shows over there, but I'm gonna have them for another night. Is that cool? We're both gonna make money. Like, no, that's not good at all.
Let's separate these ideas. Hold on, because these are two separate ideas.
Yeah.
Producing a show versus performer. If you're a performer, you can get booked wherever, whatever. There's no rules to that. But if you have a show and you're producing a comedy show at a venue and someone else moves in, there's no rules to it. We're, especially in America, it's go fuck anyone else. But there's like an unwritten rule that like you, at least as comic to comic, producer to producer, you talk to the producer and say, "Hey, you're producing a show on Tuesday. You're doing a variety show. Can I do like a showcase on Thursday?" And you at least approach it, or at the very least, the owner comes to you and is like, "Hey, someone else is trying to produce a show." It's happened to me as well, where I was working a venue, I was like, "I want to do a show," and they're like, "Yeah, we're working with you. That's great. I want to do a show. We're working with you. Great." And then someone else just popped up with a show, and I was like, "Professional. All you had to do is fucking tell me. Just tell me," and like that would have pissed me off. But because they didn't, fuck that venue. I'm never gonna do it again. Like if they asked me to do a show there, I'll be like, "Go fuck yourself." Like was your question about producing or
I appreciate the split there, and I could further split one of the sides where I'm wondering. So because I completely agree with you. Like a free, unless a comic is signed, they go wherever the fuck they want to perform, wherever the fuck they want. So, but is it inappropriate for, let's say, someone from one venue to go to another venue, watch a comedy show, and let's say even at that venue approach the comics to book them at a...
No, that is literally the game. Half the shows I perform at, I'm hoping that someone from another show was like, "You did great." I literally go and do shows that are like, they're not below me, but it's like I'm driving 3 hours to perform for 10 minutes for maybe $5 or $10, hoping that someone there will
to get discovered. So there you go. Yeah,
that's a big part of it. And the same thing in VR. I don't know if you're talking VR or in real life, but it's like
wondering, I just don't know how as an inquisitive, VR venue owner, I'm wondering what's appropriate and what's not as far as a physical world parallel.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, there's not enough. Well, I mean, honestly, I like the Unknown Theater. Y'all do a lot of comedy shows, and there's not a lot of that going around. Like, y'all have actual audience. So, like, the fact is, like, some other venue wants to use some of your comics, y'all can have like a little network together or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can work together.
It'd be different if you were hyper localized, where like I run a show in Buda, which is a fairly small town. I run mine every other Monday, and someone else runs one on a Tuesday. If they every week that I booked, all of a sudden like found out who I was booking and then booked my comic a week earlier and like sabotaged my show, that would be different. But in a place like this in VR, it doesn't matter if it's across states or if it's in different cities. That a lot of it is how localized you are, and then just spreading it out. Like, you don't want the same person to headline the same city in the same week, because the odds are the 30 to 100 people that are available in this town that like comedy are going to go to both of those shows.
Is there not an analogy potentially with Horizon as a small town of sorts with a small population and only a couple of venues? Could that case be made? Once we're getting philosophical about that?
I would say that, except that the people in Failed to Render are different than the people in Unknown versus the people that I did today in a Very British Pub. So you would think that, and versus the Joshua show, what was it?
The Raw Dog,
Raw Dog, completely different piece. So there's four. How many other? Are there any other comedy club? I don't. Well, fuck Soapstone. No, I don't mean to say that out loud. I just say that because I like Soapstone.
I feel like we should all say it together. I feel like we should say the whole together. The whole all together. Get one, hey, you guys. One fucking all together. One fuck Soapstone. On three. Come on. We can do it. 1, 2, 3. Fuck Soapstone.
I've said some crazy shit and posted some crazy shit on my Facebook. The only time I've ever gotten a 48-hour ban was because I said like dicks on their stage or something. But then I realized there's a loophole that if you just stand off stage, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So I was like, I go up and I do 3 clean minutes, and then I end my set with like, if you guys want to hear me do like my actual comedy, let's go by the fire pit, and then I fucking do the real thing. But I want to say, I'm also happy that they're providing a space. Like honestly, like
true,
it's challenged me to do clean. Like I go there to do clean comedy occasionally because it's so hard for me. Drew, you could do clean comedy for the most part, right?
I can do clean comedy. It's a little bit tough. It's a little bit tough when you're doing clean comedy because you really gotta figure out which is which. But I mean, for the most part, I could definitely do clean. How about you? Can you do clean?
I don't even know. I'm like so inexperienced compared to all of this. I've done so little in real life, and I've never had to do clean. No one's ever asked. I did Soapstone like 3 times when I first discovered Horizon, and I got up to the point in my joke where I talk about my uncles blending up White Castle sliders into edible napalm and then feeding it to me in a toddler straw, and I say, well, they're like, and I was like, he's like, can you just molest me like any other uncle? That's the punchline. And I said that at Soapstone, and like everyone went, oh, and I was like, you know what? I don't think this place is for me. And then I left and never went back.
That's why he was like, fuck Soapstone. Everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Like I honestly, like I spend my entire life playing shows in a jam band and touring around on weekends. That's what I did for many years. That's what I'm an expert in now. I do kids music regularly, and this comedy thing is a side thing for me, almost entirely in VR. So like I have a pretty intricate relationship with all the VR places. Although I kind of would love to do a British pub, and in terms of poaching, like you were saying, like I feel like you should go to other clubs and find people
100%,
and like bring them in. There's no reason not to do
100%.
And I feel like other people should come here and look for comics. I think it's more friendly in VR too, because the whole purpose of this community is connecting with each other. And when you get into small towns, it's a whole different story, I think.
The few people that are producing shows in VR are very protective, and they're actually just as it's just as much vitriol. What you brought up a good point, and that's where I wanted to say is like when comedy works well together and people are open and communicating, which I wish would happen more in Horizons, then all of the comedy rises, the scene rises, and it gets better. So when the producers are all working together and when everyone's coordinating and they're like, that's awesome, you're great, high-fiving, it gets better, and I hope it gets closer to that. I've worked
Soapstone.
Yeah.
Soapstone.
No? All right, everybody, yay Soapstone on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yay
Soapstone.
Do you find yourself wanting to go to certain venues over other ones? I mean, obviously there's pay in it, but more enjoyment out of one theater or
well, since Simon's in the room, this one's my favorite. No, I'm just kidding. This one actually is my favorite.
So he talked about, you go to Soapstone, you go to Unknown. I mean,
well, he talked about Joshua's. He talked about Raw Dogs, and that was notorious for like it was Wild West in there.
Yeah.
So if you're actually trying to go up and do straight comedy, like not do a lot of crowd work, which is like for me, I don't do crowd work. My crowd work is almost 0. If I go up and I just try and do jokes, and there's a guy like running around with a ray gun and like saying dicks, like it's gonna be hard for me to for me to do stuff, and that would happen there. So it's more like just what you're looking for.
Sorry, just so you know, like Doobie One is like probably has maybe the biggest body count in VR as a guy on stage with a gun in his holster hosting week after week after week at the Raw Dog, managing the chaos, telling the jokes.
Well,
you shoot him.
Hold on.
Shoot him.
This you've done it the most, no?
Yeah. To be fair though, when I started doing it, it wasn't that bad. There were whole nights where I did not have to shoot anybody, or like occasionally one person to get shot to the roof because what we do is we shoot them and they'd end up respawning 50 feet above the roof and then falling to their death and hitting the roof. But we have a skylight so we could see them, and then they respawn 50 feet over, and then just do this over and over and over again with their headset blacking out every 2.5 seconds, over and over and over again. So it's like that's what would happen when we shoot. And like, you know, once in a while I do that once. It was funny in the room, and that was it for the night. But like, it sort of got a reputation after like, I don't know, November, December of last year, where it got rough. But like from like July when I started there till like October, November, I just got like a lot of stage time with a fun audience, constantly new people, literally going through every joke that I was able to read, honing it over and over again. There was a day that I did literally every joke and song that I had, and all I had left was get this, a eulogy for a Chinese food restaurant that I wrote and posted to Facebook.
I remember that one.
And I literally just read this like 6-minute eulogy for a Chinese food restaurant that died because of COVID. That was my favorite Chinese food restaurant. And I was like, and it got laughs. And I was like, I could literally do this on stage. But it was just, you know, at that point, that was kind of the golden era, that little moment for the Raw Dog. And then it got a reputation. And there was like serial trolls that just came in, and they were like terrible, dude. They were terrible, you know?
They heard about you, bro. They wanted you to shoot
the trolls. And my second one was with the trolls.
Yeah.
And it made have any of y'all performed at the Black Magic Club?
Yes, I absolutely have. Dude.
Simon, Black Magic
God.
Club?
I've not performed anywhere but here. Not once.
Yeah,
you
guys.
gotta get out, bro. You gotta get out.
Yo, that's time it takes.
Simon's gonna get poached by Fail to Render. He's gonna start making a few appearances on the other stages.
Every time I go out to another club, someone's like, "Hey, Simon, Simon Josh here. We can get on stage. I want to get Simon Josh stage." I'm like, "This is my night off, everybody. I gotta go out now."
You know how much we all want?
Change your avatar, bro. Change the avatar.
Dude.
I should get an
Listen,
alternate.
man. Yeah, I hear you, dude. As a jam band fan, when I go to see Fish, it's just work. It's work, man. Jesus. Unbelievable. Nuts.
But anyway, I should work the circuit here a little. I think it'd be good to.
Yeah, bro.
I think it's good for. I need to book a physical world show again. That's what I feel like. I gotta get back into that too. I don't like calling it real life.
Now you say book one. Or you mean produce it, or you mean perform? Go to
I mean,
a
just
mic?
sign up for like a physical world open mic. I haven't done that in a long time. I live in the boonies. It's a drive.
It's called
but I gotta
IRL,
do
bro.
it.
It's the
Hey,
IRL.
I feel like the jokes are real. I feel like the emotions are real. The nerves are real in here. I don't think this is fake, and I feel like it's the physical world. I don't think this is
For real. And you got an audience that spans across not only states, but like countries sometimes, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, you advocate for the realness of this all the time. So I don't
All
know.
the time, man.
Real life makes it sound like this is fake.
We had a
I'm,
deep conversation about this, and I spent some time thinking about the differences in real life comedy and VR, because I have so many comics around me that shit on me for doing comedy in VR. Like legit, like I'll be like, "Hey, come do this. I have an extra headset," and they'll literally be like, "That's fucking stupid," and I'm like, "Whatever." But here's one thing I figured out, and some deep thoughts about this. If you're in a mask, say Damien Boy, right? He's in a mask. He's not seeing the weird guy that just walked into the bar. He's not hearing someone playing pool. He's not seeing the waitress that spilled a drink. He's forced to look at me through his headset. And so there's a bit of built-in, the attention you want as a comic when you're performing in a real-life environment is that you are the central focus, that all they can hear is you and they're focusing on your. So VR actually has a built-in thing where we all have fucking horse shades on, or what's it? It's tunnel vision. I don't tunnel vision. Blinders. Horse shades. Horse shades. That's the most Texas thing I ever fucking. We got them horse shades on. You know, you got focus right in the middle. But there's
Focus,
something
man. You
about
gotta get those
like,
horse shades on.
if you can get Rusty 7727 to sit here for 5 minutes, he's not worried about the bartender breaking a glass or any of that shit, and it actually is very helpful if you're trying to do comedy. So there's goods and bads to it. The hecklers are completely different, but when it comes to
consider
like
it fake though.
No,
not
at all. No, not at all.
Sometimes the people don't take you seriously because you're referring to what you're doing as real life, and they internalize that this is fake, and they give you shit for it.
Oh, real comics hate this. Like what other comics I hang out with? Like I'm newer to comedy, and the ones that have been doing it since before VR existed or pre-COVID. When I talk to them about VR, Drew, when you talked about VR comedy, do people ever look at you just like or just tell me? I don't want to project what you're gonna say. What do they say?
No. Yeah, people are always like, "Oh, that's not real or that's not fake." I was like, "Well, how do you know?" Like, y'all guys, fail to render. They have an environment where it's real. It's all about the theater of the mind. That's why you guys are here listening to me talk. It's just like, dude, it's not only to have I make connections. It's the same thing. Like how Zoom mic was. Every comedian hated fucking Zoom mics. Hated that shit, but it's just like, it brings everybody together.
But I found value in it. I found a value in it.
I did find value. It's valuable. You're right. I found valuable because it was like you met connections. You met a lot of people. You met people from other fucking countries. Kind of like how VR is now. It's evolved. It's amazing.
There's a big value in. Like I said, so for you guys that don't do comedy, I do great in San Marcos and I do great in Central Texas. And Central Texas is rural Texas. I'm from Texas. But when I go to San Antonio and I go into Austin and go into the city, I struggle because I'm not from this. There's something about it. So it's like VR has this very unique experience where when I come do jokes, the crowd could be full of people from all across the world. I know Horizons hasn't quite opened up to the complete world, but there are certain instances where you're doing comedy for people all across the world, and you find out real quick if your jokes are universal or not. Like,
for real, dude. Yes, man. And
it's a confidence builder, honestly. Like that's the thing is like I don't think I've done an IRL show since January. That was the last time I did one, and honestly, it was like my next one is going to be a full hour, and that one was 18 minutes. That was the longest I ever did, and it's all because I'm able to do it here, and I know people laugh, and I know that even if I'm in a room that's not friendly to me, I know my jokes are funny. I know my character is funny,
So there's parts of it that are localized and hyper localized. I did this for on the beta show one time where I took my headset to a mic. And it was a great mic. Drew's been there. It's this place called Phoenix Saloon in New Braunfels. And you got up to 7 to 9 minutes, which if you've done comedy and you know mics, it's fucking unheard of.
Yeah.
But the one thing is sometimes the bar was completely disinterested. And I took my thing there and I was there. I'd promised to do the beta show. So I took it there, hotspotted off my phone. And I was in my VR set doing a show in this room for 50 people, fucking crushing. And then gotten did the actual show, and 5 people wanted nothing to do with me, and the comics were laughing at me, and I was like, what did I find more valuable for tonight? Doing well, like confirming that these jokes are funny, or like trying to impress some drunk fucking hillbilly that doesn't want to fucking listen to me. And then I threw on a random guy that's pretty new in comedy. I just put him on my headset, had my same avatar, whatever, and he fucking murdered. And he's been struggling as a new comic, not thinking he's funny and whatever. And I was like, no, like you're funny. Sometimes just being in front of the people that want to be there. That's the hardest fucking part.
Yeah. No, I mean,
it's definitely a confidence builder.
It's like, audience. Thank you, audience. Yes, totally. That's why warm-up guys are really important for live TV and stuff. It's like you want the audience to be warm, and like you personally cannot make an audience warm. You need the audience to either be warm or you need someone before you to do that. And when you're the first comic up and you walk into an audience cold, that's why you see those people bring so much more energy than you would think. It's like that's part of the whole thing. And it's kind of amazing actually, because if you can have a good warm up, a good, Simon fucking warming up for me tonight, really lubing the fucking the audience up nice and good, making it great. It works. It helps,
Very important.
It's so important. All those things.
The host is so underrated. People don't want to host, and it's like before I was getting booked on shows, I was producing shows, And to go up and take a crowd of people that just sat down and have their beer and to make them laugh so that the next guy can do good is so fucking important. It's one of the, it could make or break an entire show.
Oh, totally. Oh man, I love it. I mean, the guy hosting my my IRL show is one of the best hosts in the world, and we used to sling burgers at the Hard Rock in Times Square together. This guy was a nut job. Oh my god, it was hilarious.
Hey Corey, do you mind if I suggest that anybody who did not catch the Corey's 40th birthday special that he did right before this podcast, if you didn't have to catch it, you can watch it on the YouTube in 2D form. We did record it and live stream it, so if anyone wants to catch it and you can't see him in the physical world doing a show, which is most likely the case, I don't know if you were planning on recording that or sending it out.
I am. I'll be recording it just for funsies. You know,
are you
we'll
good
see.
with people checking it out on YouTube?
Oh,
Do you want them to wait
100%,
until-
dude. 100%,
Okay.
dude.
So yeah, check it out on just look up Unknown Theater to do / fucking at Unknown Theater kind of thing.
Yeah, I
And you
recorded
can
on this
see,
headset
his
too, in
40th,
case I wanted to do
special.
a splitsy at some point. You know.
Yeah, 40th birthday special. Thanks, Corey.
Well, that's a great point, and we don't talk enough about that. Honestly, that like all this shit is all the live shows that you have are on your YouTube, the Unknown Theater YouTube. Because when I started doing this, I didn't really realize that, and it's great. And as a comic,
Yes and
magical.
no.
Yes and no. Oh well, the Thursday show maybe not.
So
or
the
what?
Thursday show, we feel like unless we get the permission from the comics to put their material up in perpetuity or whatever, we don't want to do that. We stream the live show. Our hope is to take these hundreds and hundreds of hours of footage and make them available in some format at some point when we catch up on all the other shit we have
Well, at
to
least
do.
our show's out there. That's
but
why. That's
the
my
beta
point.
show is there every Monday, and I think and the YouTube channel's been growing because of that.
Do you know about the Windows 3 live cap live share? No,
I do not.
Do you know about the Windows 3?
No.
So on your computer, Windows, it's either it might be Windows G. So if you're watching anything on your computer and you want to record it, and at least if it's a Windows computer, if you hold the Windows button and then hold G on like half of the new computers, a fucking video and audio screen cap comes up. So when I perform here on the beta show and then I catch it later on the live feed, I Windows G it, and you can record anything. So if you're watching something or you're watching a live broadcast, I don't know. This is not illegal. It can't be illegal.
I'm trying to teach people how to bootleg our content, Jack.
No. I'm trying to hashtag. What is it? At Unknown Theater, at Jack Schutze, at True Blues, at Doobie One. But honestly, I didn't know that. I was trying to figure out how to because people were recording a lot of stuff I was doing in VR and posting it out on other formats. And I was like, I want to capture that and put it on TikTok or YouTube or my own shit. And someone taught me if you just hit Windows G, a fucking video recorder comes up. So that's just that.
Yeah,
was
I mean,
the-
I mean, it's like screenshotting, but for video. Obviously, like that is
100%.
definitely. It's been around for a while. That's been around for a while. People have done that. I mean, I've definitely done that for a few things along the way.
Yeah, OnlyFans, I'm sure.
OnlyFans, yeah, totally, 100%. I'm thinking about it. Like, I got some scandalous video footage that's it's floating around. Maybe you never know. You never know what's gonna
I
happen.
feel like
Never
Drew
know
just
what's gonna happen.
bailed. We don't have the coffee cup aspect, right?
No, something's messed up about it.
I wanted to do some
look on the couch, man. Things are messed up.
It's all good. It's fun tonight. It's fun. We're having a fun night. I wanted to throw out some jokes. We don't normally do bits on this show, but it's wild. We've gone way past our recording time. We're just fucking around tonight.
Yeah.
I did want to say this. If we're arresting Trump for all the things he did, we should arrest all the presidents for the other things they did. So Bill Clinton, he should be arrested for multiple counts of murdering that pussy.
And the Lars Clinton body.
Yeah.
You got any
Monica for
bits you
swallowing
want to
all
throw
those
out?
kids.
I'm just fucking
Oh
around.
my god! I just did fucking a nightmare's worth of bits.
I heard you. I
It's
came in on
crazy.
the end of it. It was good though. You fucking.
It's pretty wild. I put it all together. I don't know. I just oh my god. Oh, headset power is low. Please plug in your headset. That's my bit, guys. That's it. No,
That's
that
it. He's
actually
up to-
happened right here.
He's
No.
up too. So
I was thinking about
go
I
ahead.
was just thinking about my wedding because my wedding was a month ago, and I'm trying to think of like funny things. I could just tell you one fucking quick story is that like your wedding is epic when a Scottish guy in a kilt gets dared to show the band his balls and fucking lifts the whole thing up. That actually happened at my wedding. So
And then he was
and-
trans and didn't have anything there.
Yeah, he also it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt that we had temporary tattoos made of our faces, and he made his wife put one on each of his ass cheeks. So it was fucking epic, dude. It was epic. The band didn't see it coming, and just in the middle of fucking ABC. 1, 2, 3. Woo! What the fuck? Oh my god! Yeah, I'll just say that happened. That was like weird. You know, when you go into a wedding, you just wonder who. There's gonna be someone that comes. It's gonna be the wild, the wild card, the X factor. Who's gonna end up passed out in the bushes with like 7 cans of Busch Light that he brought on his own? Who's that? Who's gonna be that guy? And it turned out that it was Scottish Dave. That was his name, and he was the wildcat. And I love Scottish Dave. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, that happened. All that happened.
The ADD is super anal person in me wants to know, like, if they were profile tattoos, did he put the faces towards the butthole or away from the butthole?
Well, it's 2 faces facing inward, looking sort of at the camera. They were like, it was like this, but they were different pictures that were
But he could have done it like this.
Together.
He could have done it like this, but he chose
well,
to do it like
I think he did 1 tattoo on each. So there's 2 of our faces on one cheek and 2 of our faces on the other cheek. Although there was one guy at the wedding that cut it in half and put 1 of each of our faces on each of his cheeks. That guy is a fucking MVP in my book, and I had only met him for the first time that night, I think, actually. So love that guy, whoever that guy fucking was. Oh my god.
Meanwhile,
Anyways.
my wedding, my wife and I just had our real faces on some other guy's asshole. That's weird.
Oh man, that's weird. That's weird.
All right, let me shut this shit down. Thank y'all so much for coming to this crazy version of the Texas 3. Let's hope Tiger's children get better so that he can return to the show. I'm so happy to have you, Doobie Wan. 40th birthday, just married. This is fantastic. We're going to go hang out in Jay's Smoking Lounge and kick it after this. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. We do this approximately every 2 weeks. We should be here in 2 weeks from now. Y'all have a good evening. Let's shut this bitch down. Texas 3. What does Drew say? Keep blazing and stay amazing. That's what Drew said. All right.
Joe Club will be on the Metaverse tomorrow, but we'll be back Monday with Joe Club and the beta show. Stay tuned on the Discord, discord.gg/unknown theater.
Bang, bang, shoot, shoot. Hit that shit, Simon.
Oh, thanks for having us.
We'll do the portal out in